A cloudy, overcast night here in Alexandria for the series opener between the A&M Victoria Jaguars and the LSU Alexandria Generals. The Jaguars coming in at number 10 in the NAIA Top 25 latest poll. And the Generals coming off a win over number 13, William Carey, 3-2 on Tuesday. The Jaguars most recently swept Shreveport in Red River play. We'll take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Jaguars, Benitez leading off. Then it's Zimmerman, Kaiser, Smith, Montanez, Purcell, Olguin, Boozer, and Taylor. Defensively for the Generals, Trevor Dooley is over at first. The first time we've seen him at first at home this season. Langley's at second, McCullough is at third, Patin is at short. Left to right across the outfield, it's Batterford, Labruyere, and Kratzer. Benitez will get things going for Victoria. They come in at 16-2 in Red River Athletic Conference play. The Generals at 14-4. Behind the plate for LSUA is Evan Rolf Shadle. And on the mound is Michael Sutton, the left-hander, who has been the Generals' Game 1 starter for all of conference play, as that one is ripped foul by Benitez. Sutton on the season, 6-3, 10 appearances, 9 starts, 1 complete game, 47 innings pitched. He struck out 31, and opposing hitters have an average of 265 against him. This is swung on and hit to center. Labruyere is there for out number 1. That brings up the lefty, Beck Zimmerman.
So just take them back to the end of the dugout.
Okay, yeah, no worries. So do I stay here until we go over, or do I just go outside?
Yeah, I was
In for a called strike to open the at-bat. Zimmerman hitting .353 on the season, 1 home run and 37 batted in. That one runs inside, gets away from Rolf Shadle. Lights clicking on here in Alexandria. A lot of wind both yesterday and today. It's 2-1 on Zimmerman. Sutton winds and delivers, fouled away. Rolf Shadle wearing a hockey mask tonight. He has gone away from his usual two-piece. Sutton misses high, 3 balls, 2 strikes. On a hop to second, Langley throws over to Dooley for out number 2. Brings up Kaiser with 2 down. And that's down for a ball to open the at-bat to Kaiser. Kaiser, .322 on the season, 1 home run in 27 batted in, an on-base percentage of .432. This one is in the air, left center. Batterford and Labruyere going over. Batterford will make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 1st. Labruyere, Dooley, and Wilson will be the first 3 to face Jones when we return. Bottom of the first inning, Cade Labriere leading things off for the Generals. And he stands in against Jonathan Jones, who comes in 8-2 on the season, a 3.45 ERA over 62 and 2/3 innings. He has struck out 63 and opposing hitters with an average of 269 against him. Labriere hitting .323, 4 home runs and 43 batted in. Swings at the 1-0 and fouls it back and out of play. Defensively for the Jaguars, it's Smith at first, Boozers at second, Kaiser over at third, Benitez is the shortstop, and then left to right across the outfield, Purcell, Taylor, and Montanez. Behind the plate is Olguin. The 1-1 is down and in. Right side, that is going to slip through. Generals have their leadoff hitter aboard. Brings up Trevor Dooley, making the start over at first tonight. Dooley hitting .317 on the year, 1 home run and 31 batted in, an on-base percentage of .453. Labriere is a stolen base threat. The Generals have been fairly aggressive this year on the base path, in and out of the mid of Olguin. Bit of an ejecto mitt there. Labriere 16 of 17 in stolen bases. There's a called strike on the outside corner, evens the count at 1-1. Jones, a throw over to first, skipped it in and it got away. Smith is going to go track it down. Labriere is on his horse to third. Throw is cut off in the middle of the infield. So Labriere is going to be on third. The Generals with a chance to get an early run in here. Jones looks in. The 1-1 is outside. Here's the 2-1. In for a called strike, catches the bottom of the strike zone. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Dooley down by way of the K for out number 1. Brings up Dalton Wilson. He is sitting atop the Generals lineup in average at .375. Leads the team in home runs with 5. And he's driven in 30. Had the program's third cycle in history in the final game against Southwest, sealing the deal with an inside the park home run in the top of the 9th. First time that's happened since Jay Bell. And Wilson's going to get hit by a pitch. So it'll be runners on the corners for the Generals. It brings up Langley. Brings up Landon Langley. Hitting .339 on the year, 2 home runs and 38 batted in, an on-base percentage of .431. Wilson has stolen 24 bases on the base path, been caught just 4 times. Here's the 1-0 from Jones. Squares around a bunt, pulls back, it's 2-0. From Jones. On the ground, a third, a one-hopper, 5-4. Can they turn it? They can't get the pick. LaBruyere will score, and up to second goes Langley.
All right, so you just have somebody on second now.
First and third?
You got them.
The Generals on the board first. Jones starts the count off 1-0. Jones tied for the NAIA lead in wins as this one is hit into the gap in left center. That's going to get down. Kratzer will score. Kratzer should be heading for third. Langley scored. It's a triple for Lane Kratzer.
Good job.
Brings up Brent Batterford with 2 down. Batterford hitting .281 on the year, no home runs and 13 batted in. Catches the inside half of the strike zone, 0-1 to open the at-bat. Jones, 8 wins on the year, tied for the NAIA lead. Look over at third, now the 0-1. Opposite field for Batterford, and it is foul. Oh, almost overthrew the pitcher on the throwback from the home plate umpire. Batterford had the go-ahead RBI against William Carey in the top of the 9th on Tuesday. Snuck a ball opposite field. Here's the 0-2 from Jones. Up high. Batterford leans out of the way. McCullough's on deck. One, two. Swing and a miss. Batterford down by way of the K for out number 3. The Generals, however, get 2 runs on 2 hits, helped along by 2 errors. They leave 1 stranded. It'll be Smith, Montanez, Purcell due up when we return. Top of the second inning, Smith will lead off for the Jaguars. Smith hitting .365 on the season, 10 home runs and 44 batted in, leading the Jaguars in both categories. He's got himself at least a knock, might be extra bases. Heading for second, he'll jog in with a stand-up double to open the inning. Brings up Montanez. He's hitting .323 on the season, 3 home runs, 23 batted in, an on-base percentage of .496. Gets on base almost half the time. Sutton in with a called strike to open the at-bat 0-1. That one to shallow center, drifting back and making the catch is Patin. Brings up Purcell with 1 out and a runner on second. Hitting .336 on the year. Swings and misses at that one. 1 home run and 33 batted in for him. The Jaguars have scored 266 runs on the season as he fouls that one back. Purcell riding a 15-game hitting streak, and he's reached base in 19 straight. Here's the 0-2. In a foul territory and out of play. Another look at second. Sutton just misses on the 0-2. Look back at second. Another look. Langley breaks for his position, and Purcell foul tip back into the middle. Rolf Schadel for out number 2. Brings up Olguin. Getting .353, no home runs in 21 batted in. Pop this one up, foul territory. Dooley trying to camp under it, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. The Jaguars strand Smith over at second. It'll be McCullough, Rolf Schadel, Patin when we return. Bottom of the second inning, Caden McCullough will lead off for LSUA. Hitting .259 on the year, though limited plate appearances, just 7 for 27. That one's off the heel of Jones. A carom over to first. No, he'll hold on to it. It'll be an infield single for McCullough. Leadoff single from McCullough. And it brings up Rolf Schadel, who's hitting .327 on the season. 1 home run and 19 batted in. On the ground weakly to third. They will turn the 5-4-3 twin killing. And there are 2 away. And now it's the number 9 hitter, Patin, in the Generals' order. Hitting .261 on the season, no homers and 18 batted in. Squares around a bunt. They're going to ask for help. He did not go at it. It'll be ball 1. One 0 in for a called strike. Up and in. Jones at the quarter century mark, 25 pitches, 14 strikes. Patin fouls that one off the netting. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. 2s everywhere. The double deuce upstairs. Payoff pitch from Jones, fouled away. A chopper towards second. Boozer to first. Got him just in time. Double play sets the tone for the Jaguars, but the Generals still lead it 2-0 as we head to the top of the third. Boozer, Taylor, Benitez due up when we return. Back for the top of the third inning, Boozer will lead off. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Jaguars. Boozer hitting .316, 2 home runs and 18 batted in, an on-base percentage of .433. Sutton gets a called strike. Fisted foul. And the count 0-2 on Boozer. Fouled, backing out of play. Boozer fighting off the 0-2 pitch. Boozer scored 26 times. Skied on the right side of the infield. Langley camps under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Taylor with a 1 down. Hitting .192. Just below the Mendoza line. The 0-1 from Sutton. In for a called strike, 0-2. Back-to-back fastballs from the lefty. Oh, 2. Stayed high. Twisted high and out of the zone there. Count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Taylor down by way of the K for out number 2. And it's back to the top of the order for Benitez here with 2 down. He's 0 for 1. Sutton misses high and outside. On the ground is short. Patin throws across. And the Jaguars go down in order. It'll be 1, 2, 3. LaBruyere, Dooley, Wilson due up at the bottom of the third for LSUA. Back to the top of the order for the Generals. It'll be Cade LaBruyere to lead things off. 1 for 1 on the evening so far. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. 0-1. Ripped it foul on the ground. LSUA 2 runs on 3 hits, and those 2 errors from the Jaguars back in the first. Chaos started on an attempted pickoff from Jones. Here's the 1-2. On the ground, a short, a cue ball. Fielded by Benitez. Picked over at first by Smith for out number 1. Brings up Dooley, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. One of 2 strikeouts from Jones so far. Swing and a miss. Oh, 1 in for a called strike, 0-2. A 2-seamer, skied shallow left field. Coming in, Purcell. He'll make the grab, calling off Benitez. For out number 2, brings up Wilson. Wilson hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance. That one runs low and inside. Scored 45 runs. Jones misses back-to-back. It's 2-0. Leads the Generals in stolen bases, 24 for 28. Swinging on the 2-0, lifts it opposite field, down the left field line. It will fall fair. And he has got a single down the line. Purcell ran a long way, and that ball hit and just stuck. Two outs and a runner on. It's Langley. 0 for 1. Reached on a fielder's choice. Tagged this one to left center. Taylor giving chase, moving over on the run. Makes the catch to end the inning. The Generals leave one stranded. They lead it 2-0 as we head to the top of the 4th here in Alexandria. it's the designated hitter Zimmerman to lead things off here in the top half of the fourth inning. He is 0 for 1 on the ledger so far. That one misses and gets away from Rolf Schadel. Just misses the outside corner, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 from Sutton. On the ground, Langley charging to his right on the run, over to Dooley. Brings up Kaiser, who's 0 for 1 as well. Back-to-back left-handed hitters here in this Jags lineup. Swings through the first pitch, 0-1. Garrett Smith, the only Jaguar with a hit so far. He's waiting on deck. And that one is off the thigh. Kaiser will take first. First right-handed hitter of the inning is Smith. Doubled down the left field line in his first plate appearance. Checked his swing, didn't go around, so it's 2-0. Different seeing Rolf Schadel behind the plate in a hockey-style mask. Smith yanks that one foul. You don't often see a catcher switch mask styles mid-season. Here's the 2-1 from Sutton. In for a called strike. Smith not in love with it. Kaiser got his lead off of first. Sutton to move over to first, back standing up. Sutton set, now the 2-2. Tag to center field, Labruyere on his horse, that's going to get down. Kaiser being waved around from third, and he'll be in. It's 2-1. Second double of the game for Smith. This one to center field. With one out and a runner in scoring position, Montanez comes up 0 for 1 on the ledger so far. Another lefty. And Jonathan Stavenaw's lineup. Breaking ball in for a called strike. Stavanaugh, excuse me. On the ground, Langley played it on the hop. Throw over to Dooley for out number 2. Smith moves on up to third. Brings Purcell to the plate. Stavanaugh in his 4th year as head coach of the Jaguars. Came into the season with 100 wins on his career. Foul territory. Rolf Schadel giving chase over toward the dugout, in and out. It'll be down as just a foul ball. Long way for the catcher to go. Dooley was given chase as well. In and out of the mid, off the net. Stavano won Red River Athletic Conference Championship, a pair of NAIA postseason appearances, as that's in for a called strike, and had his first ever major league draft pick this past season in Brady Parker. Into center is Purcell. Labriere makes the catch, and that will end the inning. They'll strand a runner on third, but they do get one on the double from Smith. It's 2-1 LSUA as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth inning, Lane Kratzer will get things going for the Generals. 1 for 1 with an RBI. He takes the first pitch for a called strike. Thought he might have been able to take an HBP there, but he catches the inside corner instead. Second one inside corner. Kratzer not a big fan of it. And the count's 0-2. Ran it outside. Here's the 1-2. Misses outside again. Same spot there. Olguin with a look into the dugout, showing the pitch was outside. Somebody must have asked. 2-2. Half-hearted swing from Kratzer. He did go around for out number 1. Brings Brett Batterford to the plate. A hero at the plate against William Carey up in Hattiesburg. Chases that one down and in 0-1. Generals coming off 6 games against Texas College and Jarvis Christian. And now kind of running the gauntlet here towards the end of the season against teams in the top half of the conference standings. Spot where they would obviously like to be come the end of the regular season. The Opening round is a host site, a 3-game series, seeds 1 through 4. Will host the series before going up to Sterlington. 0-2 the count on Battleford. Just misses the outside corner. Fouled away. Battleford hanging tough. Third foul ball of the at-bat from him. Battleford, a senior outfielder. Here's the 1-2 from Jones. Another one fouled away. Fourth foul ball of the at-bat from Battleford. One, two, catches the outside corner for strike 3. Battleford down looking, the 4th strikeout of the evening for Jones. Caden McCullough 1 for 1 on the day. Jones, that one misses outside. Check swing, fouled that one off. He hits it fair. He might have gotten a double. Got action all over the place here. Baseball's being tossed back and forth. 1-1 the count on McCullough. Inside 2-1. One from Jones. Chop to second. Boozer over to Smith. The Generals go down 1, 2, 3. But they do lead it 2-1 as we head to the top of the 5th. Olguin, Boozer, and Taylor due up when we return. Olguin will lead things off in the top of the 5th inning. It's 7-8-9 due up for the Jaguars. Sutton has allowed 2 hits, 1 earned run, and has 2 strikeouts. That one skips in. That was pitch number 50 for Sutton. For 51's over for a strike. Check swing. Not even going to ask. 2-1. Pulled an outside pitch to left. Batterford charging in on the run. He'll make the catch. Lost the hat in the process. Brings Boozer to the plate. 0 for 1 on the evening. Sutton misses off the corner. Two and 0. Three and 0. Sutton well behind here. Lost him on 4 straight. Boozer works a walk. Brings Taylor 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First walk issued by Sutton there. Call the strike at the knees. Boozer with a fairly conservative lead at first. He's thinking back first on the movement, at least on that pitch. Seven stolen bases for Boozer on the year. On the ground at third, McCullough to Langley for 1, over to Dooley. Double play. Sutton rolls it up, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. Rolf Schadel, Patin, and Labruyere due up. Bottom half of the 5th inning, Evan Rolf Schadel will lead off for LSUA. He is 0 for 1 on the evening. Came into the day hitting .327. Fouls the first pitch back off the brick facade. 1-1. Jones swinging and a miss from Rolf Schadel, 0-2. Jones has him in the hole. Oh, ball one, and Olguin thought he had strike three, threw it down to third. Home plate umpire said it was inside. Here's the 1-2. On a line over the head of Benitez at short. Rolf Schadel has himself a hit. Colin Ardwan is going to come on a run at first for the catcher, Rolf Schadel. And it brings Lane Pontin to the plate. Pontin 0 for 1. Chops that one foul. Ardwan was the starter on Tuesday at William Carey. Did not get the win, however. Pitched a very effective game, though. Give him a quality start. Squaring around a bunt, pulled back. It's 0-2 on Pontin. Ardwan 7 for 8 in stolen bases on the season. Jones a look at first. Safe lead by Ardwan. 0-2 is down. One and two to Pontin, the number 9 hitter. Two and two. Olguin tried to frame it. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jones looks over at first and delivers. Sliced foul. Noah Gaspar in the first base coach's box didn't even move. The 2-2. On the ground down the third base line. Foul. A&M Victoria in their first academic year as A&M Victoria. Previously the University of Houston Victoria. They in their first year. That transfer was complete on September 1st. Here's the 2-2. Chop foul. 4th foul ball of the at-bat. This will be pitch number 8 to Pontin. Here's the 2-2. Down the left field line. It'll be fair. They'll hold Ardwan at second. It's a single for Pontin. And with nobody out, the Generals have 2 aboard. Avanoa coming out of the dugout. Have a chat with his pitcher here. The entire infield in. Jones has allowed 2 runs on 6 hits. There were 2 errors. Here's Labriere, 1 for 2. Had a leadoff single in the first. Came around to score later in the inning. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up foul territory behind home plate. Olguin is there to make the catch. That's a big out number 1 for the Jaguars. Puts the double play ball as a potential inning ender. Here's Dooley. 2 on 1 down. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Jones up to 4 strikeouts in the game. Breaking ball. Just misses 1-0. Just misses again, 2-0. Jaguars bullpen's quiet. Two-0 to Dooley. Fouled it out of play. "31 runs batted in for Dooley on this season. 35 runs scored. Jones, another look at second, and the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Put that one right in the upper corner, inside half of the plate. Nestled it in there. Both the Generals and the Jaguars have left 2 on base here in this one. Here's the double deuce from Jones. Chopper left side. Benitez only has 1 play. It'll be an infield single from Dooley as he beats it out. Bases loaded, only 1 out for Wilson. And a chance for LSUA to break this game open. Swinging first pitch, he fouls it out of play. Well, this is the guy you want up in this spot. He's come up with some very clutch moments this season. Here's the 0-1 from Jones. Up high. Ardwa at third, Patin at second, Dooley at first. Jones misses, it's 2-1. Wilson swings through the 2-1, it's 2-2. pitch coming here from Jones. Look back at second. Now the 2-2. Hammered to right center field. Off the scoreboard. Break out the mustard and rye. That's a grand salami. Dalton Wilson. Six to 1, LSUA leading. LSUA broken the game open with one swing of the bat. Langley squares around, pulls back, it's ball one. Sixth home run of the season for Wilson. Jones misses back-to-back pitches now. He's over 80. And there's some action now in the Jaguars bullpen. A right-hander has started getting loose. 2-0 is down the third base line. Fielded by Kaiser. He will throw on over to Smith for out number 2. Brings Lane Kratzer to the plate. 1 for 2 with an RBI and a strikeout. He hits a high chopper. Smith finds Jones, and Jones beats Kratzer to the bag for out number 3. However, the Generals do score 4 runs on the grand slam by Dalton Wilson. They now lead it 6-1 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Benitez leads off here in the top of the 6th. He's 0 for 2. And a called strike from Sutton. Evens it up 1-1 as he skipped it in. And to the bat. In the air right side. Langley camped under it. He's got it for round number 1. Brings up Zimmerman, who's also 0 for 2. And Sutton wasting absolutely no time. In for a called strike. Breaking ball misses. Evens the count at 1-1. Back-to-back breaking balls. Cody Gautreau doesn't like that last pitch call. Here's the 2-1. That one's in for a called strike. Two. Foul territory. No, excuse me, fair territory right down the line. Batterford's there. Lost the hat again on the way over. There, 2 down. Brings Kaiser into the box. He's 0 for 1. Swinging first pitch, a line drive to right field. Drifting to his right is Kratzer. He makes the catch for out number 3. The Jaguars go down in order. It'll be Batterford, McCullough, and Ralph Shadle due up when we return. And Brett Batterford to get things going for LSUA here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, so trying to avoid the hat trick here. He will as he hits this one in the left in the air. Purcell makes the catch for out number 1. Brings McCullough to the plate. 1 for 2 on the ledger. Chops this one foul. Foul and only just. He did not leave the box. "85 pitches, now 86 from Jones. Misses off the corner. No action in the Jaguars bullpen. One misses. It's 2 balls and a strike on McCullough. That That one pumped over. 2-2. The double deuce from Jones. McCullough watches it for strike 3. Two-seam fastball cut back over the zone. Brings Ralph Shadle to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Hit a line drive over Benitez. It's short last time up. And he's got himself a second base knock into right field. Goes Oppo this time. Ralph Shadle singles. Ardwan replaces him over at first as the runner. Patin, who is 1 for 2, stands in. Swinging first pitch, and he's fouled it back and out of play. Ardwan with a safe lead off of first. There he goes. Pitch in for a called strike. And he's in with a stolen base. Holguin's throw tailed toward the second base side. And I think Boozer struggled to get the tag on him. Might have fielded that one behind the runner, it looked like almost. Here's the 0-2 to Patin. In the air to center. Drifting toward right center is Taylor, and the catch is made to end the inning. The Generals strand 1. We head to the top of the 7th inning. It'll be Smith, Montanez, Purcell due up when we return. Top half of the 7th inning. Smith leading off. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI and a pair of doubles. Watches the first pitch coming to the zone high. Ralph Shadle re-enters behind home plate. The 2-0 high as well, 3-0. Sutton has issued just one free pass in this ball game. Inside corner 3-1. Laced down the third base line. Foul. That one got out of the infield in a hurry. That probably would have been his third double of the game had it been 6 inches to the right. 3-2 count on Smith. That one's down in the dirt. Second walk of the game issued by Sutton. And here's Montanez stepping in, 0 for 2. Came in at .323. Another lefty versus lefty matchup here. Sutton in for a called strike. Pitch number 76. 45 of them have been in the strike zone. Curveball swung on and missed. 0-2. Right back to the curveball. Call the ball. LSUA dugout wanted that one. Here's the 1-2. Check swing. They're going to ask for help. And they're going to say he did not go around. 2-2. With runners on, sometimes it's almost like playing Where's Waldo to try to find the umpire who has the appeal right. The 2-2 fouled away. Because with only 3 umpires, got to shift around a little bit depending on where those runners are and where the primary play in the infield is. Two ball, 2 strike count. Another one chop foul. This will be pitch number 7 of the at-bat. It is popped up. Left side of the infield. Patin calls off McCullough. And is out number 1 here in the 7th. Here's Purcell, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. First pitch swinging, fouls it. Backing out of play, that one into the bleachers. Oh, 1 runs inside. One of the deepest outings at home for Sutton. And time called. Staff coming down the line to talk to Purcell. With that mustache, Purcell looks like he belongs on the 1980s Philadelphia Phillies. And it's a good mustache. Here's the 1-2. He hits this one into the left center field gap. That's going to get down. Smith heading for third. Stavinoa waving him around. Stavinoa, waving him around. And that'll be an RBI double for Purcell. And it's 6-2. So whatever Stav said to him in that little meeting must have worked. An RBI double brings up the catcher. Olguin swinging at the first pitch, fouls it off. Sutton nearing 90 pitches. That one hung a little bit, and it's hit into left center. Batterford will range over and make the grab. Olguin just missed that one. So with 2 outs and a runner on second, it's Boozer. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He's swinging first pitch as well. The Jaguars very aggressive early in the count here in this inning. Oh, 1 in for a called strike, 0-2. Sutton 1 pitch away from avoiding any more damage. 0-2's outside. Here's the 1-2. Ran it on the hands. He's able to foul it off. Want to. An end capper. It's going to die just in front of the bag, and Boozer has a 75-foot single. Runners on the corners with 2 down. We've got a pinch hitter. Hankins will hit for Taylor. Runner going. He'll have a stolen base without a throw. Boozer swipes second. Now 2 ducks on the pond. Pitch to Hankins, fouled right back at us. That net wasn't there. It might have gone through an open window. Hankins on the season, 214, 9 for 42. 1 home run and 7 batted in as the Jaguars try to claw their way back into this game. Breaking ball stays outside. There's some stirring in the Generals bullpen. That's about as far as I can see. And it's 3-1. Upstairs. So Hankins off the bench, works the walk. And the bases are going to be loaded here with 2 outs, and it's back to the top of the order for Benitez. Taylor coming back in to run and presumably play the field. And Cody Gautreau is out of the dugout now. He's going to go have a chat. As it's bases loaded in the top of the lineup, Benitez is 0 for 3. One could say he's due here in this situation. As the sack's full, no place to put him. And Sutton at 98 pitches, 59 strikes. Just off the black, 1-0. This will be pitch number 100 for the southpaw. Lays it in for a strike. Benitez had squared to bunt, pulled back. Sutton misses outside, 2-1. Generals bullpen in full swing now. As Sutton misses again, 3-1. This is a big pitch in this ball game. The 3-1 is outside. Sutton will walk a run in. And it's 6-3. Gautreau coming out of the dugout, and the Generals will be the first into the bullpen. So we'll take a timeout, and we'll see who comes out of the pen for LSUA when we return right after this. Nash Town play in out of the bullpen for the Generals. Another left-hander for Cody Gautreau, and he'll face the left-handed Zimmerman with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Tampley on the season. This is his 10th appearance. He's thrown 13 1/3, 16 strikeouts, an ERA of 1.35, and a record of 1-0. Starts Zimmerman off with a called strike. Tom play the 0-1 outside. Set, and the 1-1. Skipped it in, it gets away from Rolf Schadel on a pass ball. It's 6-4 now. Runners on second and third. Another one outside, 3-1. A pickoff attempt at second. Spanning back is Benitez. Trying to catch him just far enough out. Maybe a little sleeping out there with the runner ahead of him. Here's the 3-1 to Zimmerman. Chop foul, count will be full. Fouled away. Another one fouled away. Tying run on second base. Here's the 3-2. And it'll be ball four. Zimmerman works the walk. Bases loaded again. So a slew of left-handed hitters here coming up. Misses 1-0. Tom play out of the bullpen. 9 pitches, 4 strikes so far. Run that one inside, 2-0. And 0. Get me over fastball was there for a called strike. Tom play back in the strike column after that one. Jaguars fighting to keep, what, a 15-game winning streak going? 14, something like that. And it's ball four. It's 6-5. And it brings up Garrett Smith, who is 2 for 2 with a pair of doubles and an RBI already. First pitch in for a called strike. Evens the count up at 1 ball, 1 strike. That is into right center. Labruyere on the run. He'll make the catch. And that will end the inning. They leave the bases loaded. But the Jaguars score 4 runs on 2 hits. Labruyere, Dooley, Wilson due up when we return. So it brings up Labruyere. To lead off the 7th. That one's fouled away. Jones out there at 94, 95 pitches. This is fouled away as well. Oh, and 2. The general center fielder. It's now a 6-5 ball game, and ooh, that one just misses. Opposite field, Purcell, it's over his head. Labruyere will hold up at second with a double. And it brings Dooley to the plate. Dooley's 1 for 3. He has struck out once in this game. Right-hander throwing for the Jaguars now in their bullpen. That one didn't hit him. It went behind him, around him, and Labruyere goes to third. Infield pulled tight. Hitter's delight. Here's the 1-0 to Dooley. Misses high. This will be pitch number 100 for Jones. Here's the 2-0. 3-0. Stavanoa checking on his bullpen. Got the cap raised down there. Might be about it for Jones. Here's the 3-0 to Dooley. A get me over fastball there for a strike. (3-1) in the air to left center. That should be deep enough to get the run home. Taylor makes the catch, jogging in from third. Labruyere, a sacrifice fly for Dooley. Brings up Wilson, 2 for 2. 4 batted in on the grand slam. Squares around a bunt, gets it down left side of the mound. Jones fires, and they just got him. Here's Langley, who's 0 for 3 as an RBI. Jones now over the 100-pitch mark. 104 pitches, 68 strikes. Ooh, just misses there, 2-0. Langley on a line. Benitez right to him at short. That'll end the inning. The Generals get 1 on the sacrifice fly. They lead it 7-5 as we head to the 8th. So Montanez will lead off in the 8th. And Tomplay back out there. And that one misses low. Two and 0. Three and 0. Tomplay really struggling to find the strike zone. He already issued 2 free passes. And the Jaguars in a spot where you got to take till you got to strike. And Montanez stepping out of the box, 3 and 1. That was a stop sign all the way. Stop sign, red light, traffic cones, and a barrier there on that pitch. Here's the 3-1. In for strike 3 and 2. Counts full. Montanez is going to be looking for something to poke into some greenery. Misses outside, ball 4. Tomplay really wanted that one. And Gautreau out of the dugout. Going to talk to his pitcher. 3rd walk issued since coming out of the bullpen. Brings up Jackson Purcell, who had an RBI double in his last at-bat. The tying run is at the plate. Home plate umpire making his way out to the mound. There's a right-hander throwing in the Generals' bullpen. Tomplay comes set. Small lead for Montanez at first. Purcell swinging in the first pitch. And it'll drop foul. Staff telling him, got to find something up in the zone. I mean, you've watched him walk 3 since coming out, and you're chasing after first pitch low in the zone. 0-1 to Purcell. Catches the corner 0-2. Purcell doesn't really like it. Tomplay gets ahead of him. Fouled away. One hits the top of the brick backstop and caroms over toward the dugout. The 0-2 again. On a line and foul. Purcell hanging around. 3rd foul of the at-bat for him. A comebacker. It gets past him. Patin takes it to second for 1, on to first for 2. LSUA rolling up another ground ball double play. Brings up Olguin with 2 away. First pitch swinging on the ground, a short. Patin on the backhand. Throw across. Dooley the pick out of the dirt. Check the mid. He's got it. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. The Generals leading 7-5. Kratzer, Batterford, McCullough due up. So Lane Kratzer will be the first to face Matthew Mejia out of the bullpen. This is his 19th appearance of the season. He's 3-0, a 4.5 ERA, 4 saves over 32 innings of work. He's struck out 26 and is holding opposing hitters to an average of 232 against. Kratzer 1 for 3 with an RBI. In for a called strike, 1-1. To center. Taylor drifting to his right. He makes the catch. Brings up Batterford. 0 for 3 thus far. Still wearing the collar, looking for his first hit of the ball game. Batterford tries to get the bunt down and misses. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Batterford trying to avoid the hat trick. He's got 2 strikeouts already. Mejia looks in. The 1-2. Fouled away. He already with 4 saves on the season. Has been the #1 called upon reliever for the Jaguars. And he misses outside 2-2. The 2-2 holding the bag is Smith. Well, that is a hat trick for Brett Battleford, his 3rd strikeout of the game. Brings McCullough to the plate. 0 for 3 with a run scored. Diving at second is Boozer. Can't quite get it. It's a knock through the right side. Brings up Rolf Schadel. He's 2 for 3. McCullough, now 2 for 4 in the ball game. 1 for 3 coming in, and Rolf Schadel, he's going to have his 3rd hit. He has found greenery in each of the 3 outfield spots. Runners on first and second for the Generals, and Patin will stand in. Ardwa has come on to run for the catcher at first. Putting that courtesy runner rule to good use. And here's Patin, 1 for 3, in for a called strike. Mahia set. Misses 1-1. Down in the zone, 2-1. Just buried it. This one's into right field, drifting to his right, and making the catch is Montanez. The Generals leave 2 stranded. It's 7-5 as we head to the top of the 9th. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Jaguars. So here in the top of the ninth inning, some defensive changes for the Generals. Fisher Einkoff has taken over at first base. Joshua Tinarello is out in left, and Blake Moss has come on in right. Rolf Schadel returns, of course, behind the plate, and Boozer will lead off. Watches the first pitch for a called strike. Tomplay back out there, trying to finish this one out. He is in line for the save. Pumps that one in there, 0-2. Going to be an unorthodox save, to say the least. On the ground, right side, Langley charges it, flips over to first for out number 1. One down, it's Taylor. First pitch misses a ball, 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. When Tomplay came on, it was 6-3 with the bases loaded. Struck well into center. Labrier drifting back. He'll have it. For out number 2. Back to the top of the order for Benitez here with 2 down in the top of the 9th. Breaking ball misses 1-0. Benitez is 0 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. On a line, it'll get down. A 2-out knock brings the tying run to the plate. Here's Zimmerman, 0 for 3 with a walk. First pitch, in for a called strike. It's Kaiser on deck. And then in the hole, Garrett Smith. And that is a man the Generals don't want to see again. Misses 1-1. Opposite field hitting, that'll fall. Back-to-back 2-out knocks. The go-ahead run coming to the plate. Ortega has come on to run for Zimmerman at first. Reaching into the bench, trying to get a little more speed on the base path. Brennan Ebarb loosening for the Generals. Takes the first pitch, a called strike, 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. Keeps it close by. Tomplay checks the runner at second. Now the 1-1. 2-1. If Kaiser reaches, Smith comes to the plate. Pair of doubles on the day for him. Two-one, left field. Tinarello is there to make the catch. The Jaguars bring the go-ahead run to the plate, but can't get anybody across. Nash Tomplay picks up the save. And the Generals take game one of the series here in Alexandria, 7-5. Michael Sutton picks up the win. We'll be back tomorrow at noon for a double-header. Games 2 and 3 of this series coming up for everybody here at LSU Alexandria. I'm Caleb Dunlop. Thanks for tuning in.